Hello, you are here for GLG's, that's GLG Gaming's, third vlog / podcast.
My name is Jason Lovell.
I'm Sean Davis.
And today we're going to be talking about video games.
Are we?
Here we are.
I'm up for that.
Maybe some things at the end.
Oh, a free-for-all, you mean?
So I'm going to go through the run order, just so if there are any new viewers or new listeners, we can explain how this... Yeah, me too. Otherwise, why are we doing this?
Well, there's an existential question.
So we always start off with stage 1, which is the first segment of the show, where we're going to be talking about the games we've been playing and maybe throw in a bit of gaming news that we feel is relevant and we want to talk about it, because we're not that type of channel or podcast that just talks about every single little bit of news.
We don't keep abreast.
You know, when Mr. Dave Jones, who works for like Telltale Games, has left the company to go. We don't give a shit. We don't care.
Yeah, fuck off, Dave.
I couldn't care less.
Yeah, get your P45 and get out of my podcast.
Exactly.
Or vlog even.
Get out of my news sphere. All right, just get out of it. So we're not interested in that bollocks. So at the end of the day, we just want to talk about video games, and if it's relevant and interesting, we'll talk about it. Then we're going to go on to the main quest, which is the second segment of the show, where we talk about a unique topic, which is just something we thought up for this particular show.
Tease me. What's the topic today?
The topic of the show today is we're going to be talking about GLG Gaming's gaming journey. I just realised...
Oh yeah, we didn't really coin it.
When we talked about...
GLG's gaming journey.
Yeah, when we talked about it before the show... We called it GLG Gaming Journey,
and you were like,
well, it's become that situation where you know when like people say ET the extraterrestrial,
yeah,
and it's like, well, what you've just said is extraterrestrial, the extraterrestrial, because ET stands for extraterrestrial.
Yeah.
It's one of those weird moments where you don't need to say that because it's already said. You know,
man, that's deep.
Yeah. Well,
so what is it called?
The GLG's Gaming Journey. Basically, what we're going to be talking about today is our personal gaming journey for our lives, sort of how we got into gaming, what our favourite consoles were, and what our first consoles were.
Yeah.
So we'll go more into that. So we'll go more into that in a minute. And finally, we will finish the show like we always do with the free-for-all, which is a chance for us to just talk about anything we want. It could be gaming related, but more likely it's going to be TV, movies, books, comics.
Jason's grass.
Yeah, anything. There are going to be some random things that we talk about, but usually it's going to be geek-centric.
I got some stuff to get off my chest.
Is it hair?
I got a lot of chest hair.
I've got some imac
upstairs.
Of chest hair. So, that's my part over. Sean, you got something to talk about.
I have, and it's actually really exciting. For those of you that follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and are buddies with us on Facebook, we have secured a partnership with 8Ball. 8Ball is a really, really good website that sells t-shirts, merchandise, bits and bobs like that, based on film, niche film, mainstream film, music, and video games. So you can get a listen to the Beach Boys t-shirt or an Iggy Pop t-shirt, all the way up to what me and Jason are sporting right now, retro gaming t-shirts, Rage Quit, and this is a really cool Japanese Pac-Man design, which I really like.
Pac-Man.
It's really cool. So the website's really good, and this isn't just lip service. I have bought off 8Ball before as well, so it was really nice when the guys said that they would supply us some merch to sell on the show. And going forward, again, you've probably seen this if you check out the Twitter page, Facebook and Instagram. We have a discount for all of our fans. Go on the website, any purchase over £10, pop in the voucher code. That is GLG. Do it in uppercase, it looks sexier. But yeah, we're going to hopefully have this partnership for quite a while now, and promote their lovely goods.
And the promotion code, I don't know if you mentioned it, what does that give them?
Oh, sorry. You're slightly angry with me, aren't you? For forgetting
I'm not angry at all.
Go on the website.
We don't have a teleprompt here, so
no teleprompt. It's 10. You get 10%.
Prompt each other.
You get 10% off. So a t-shirt is £16 on average.
10% off.
You're going to get £1.60. Good maths.
£1.60 is still £1.60.
Yeah, we're really happy. It shows that people are liking the channel, and someone's actually taken a shot at letting us wear their clothes. So unfortunately, I'm really sorry. There won't be as many ventures.
I know this is going to cause some controversy amongst the fans.
With the 3 girls that watch our videos.
They're fans of the vest. I've got friends that they always mention, what's the deal with the vest? And I'm like, it's just his thing.
My friend Becky said she's glad the vest's gone. My dad said he's glad the vest is gone. think my wife's glad the Bethesda's gone.
God.
I'm not saying those are 3 people that are like aficionados in the way I look, but they seem happy it's gone.
Excellent. So for the people the few people that actually listen to this on a podcast, I'm sporting a lovely Rage Quit T-shirt which shows a broken controller, and I've never managed to snap a controller in half, but I know a man who has.
Wow. And I'm wearing a black, I think I described it, black Japanese writing. You could say twat for all I know, but I don't care. It looks amazing.
Pac-Man.
With Pac-Man in a kind of a washed font. It's really decent. But the website's really good. I genuinely do have shop on 8ball. I remember I bought my Pixies t-shirts from there, or my Doors t-shirts.
They've got some incredible Star Wars t-shirts on there.
You would say that.
No, I love my Star Wars, but they are good, really good, and I'm going to be buying some.
It's genuinely a partnership we're happy with, because it's the merchandise is good. But that's enough plug-in. We're going to move on to
Stage 1. Okay, this is Stage 1, the segment of the show where we talk about what games we've been playing. Now, unfortunately, I'm still playing Mass Effect.
Mass Effect again,
I'm not going to go into great detail. It has got better. It has got better, but it's not. It's just not as good. It's fine. You get sequels of things. You get sequels of movies. Sometimes it's just not as good as the originals. And the only question I've got to ask is...
You can't settle for that in life.
No, I agree with you, and that's probably part of the reason why...
You were always going to buy the game, weren't you?
I was always going to buy the game. Yeah, I love Mass Effect games, and there are some things it does better. I mean, the combat is better. When you scan planets for resources, it's faster and more efficient. There are things that are better about it, but it's the overall experience just isn't. The story's not as compelling. The characters are not as engaging. I mean, all the side characters. Big thing. BioWare's big thing is always, the sort of relationship you build with other characters, isn't it? Love interests. Friends, and all that sort of stuff. And I just don't give a shit about any of these characters. They just don't interest me. I'm not like when what I said before. I've said before on the show how I don't automatically take on side quests, and
you just main mission it.
Well, exactly. But a big thing about the Mass Effect games is that you have to do loyalty missions where you sort of like one of the characters will normally require you to help them with a situation, and you complete that mission to earn their loyalty. I just don't want to. I don't want to.
I don't want to be your friend.
Well, it's just because they're not interesting missions, and not just
You got Winnie Pops.
Huh?
You got Winnie Pops.
Yeah, so I was burping a little bit.
In a minute.
Yeah, puke everywhere. It's not just that the missions are not very interesting. It's the characters aren't very interesting. I'm not interested in helping them. I've not, I don't relate to these characters. I mean, it's hard to relate to aliens, I know, but they normally have a personality, which is.
But there's a happy end of his story. You just hate it.
You're gonna complete it. I don't hate it. I just don't feel that pull. When you get a book and you think this book's taking me ages to read because you don't want to pick it up, and it's not that you hate it. It's just that
it's a slog.
Yeah, it's not one of those experiences that's making you come home from work and going, I can't wait to get on that game tonight. I just can't be bothered, and I'm about just over halfway through, so I'm going to try and finish it. But the news has just come out. Well, it's not just come out, but obviously when people will listen or watch this next week, it will be old news. But BioWare has announced that Mass Effect... they have reallocated resources, as they put it. Basically, they're going to take the developers that were working on Mass Effect off Mass Effect and move them on to other projects.
What are they working on anyway at the moment? There's no DLC, I suppose.
Well, there ain't going to be any now, and to be honest with you, it feels a lot like the Mass Effect. The Mass Effect IP will be reused. It's one of those things like Star Wars. They're always gonna
reboot it.
Yeah, well, they're always gonna kick the ass out of it because it's a money maker. But I think the Andromeda initiative has failed.
Yeah, like the sci-fi segue. That's
yeah,
good. Yeah,
I don't think it's going to happen. I just don't think we're going to see a sequel to the Andromeda series. So it makes me go, well, what's the point then? Because I can guarantee you it's an open ending, ready to
Joking.
Properly, because it was going to be the new franchise, wasn't it? The new way to take the franchise forward. I just don't think it's going. I can't see it going anywhere. If everything you're reading they've actually said. I'm not sure if they said it or whether it was just speculation from the media outlets that were reporting on the story, but it was heavily suggested that it is due to the performance, the critical performance of Mass Effect.
The sales have been okay,
I think the sales have been fine.
It's
But it's like, what do you have to achieve anymore? Because it's like movies. It's like you get movies where you go, critically everyone loved it, but it didn't do well at the box office, so they don't do a sequel. Then you get another movie where you get games, should I say, where critically it's done badly, but financially it's done well, but we're not going to continue it. So it's like you have to hit both.
Like Suicide Squad, film that got mauled, made big money.
Yeah.
But I don't think there'll be a sequel. They're going off in other directions. I know what you mean.
No. So
Mass Effect, you have a very complex relationship with.
I do. I mean, I like I said before, I'm not going to go into detail again, but I love the originals, and this one's just not the same standard, you know.
Is there anything you're playing you like?
Well, this is how I'm normally like storyline wise. I'm a one game man. I normally don't tend to play multiple games at the same time because you know it's hard to spread your time. You know, it's hard to keep those secrets. You know, you don't want them to know that you're playing the other game.
No. Everyone end up being hurt.
Exactly. But so I started trawling on the old PlayStation market the other day because I was just sort of thought, well, I'll see if there's any games that are on offer or something I can just play just upstairs. Because I have my Xbox downstairs, which I play Mass Effect on, and my PlayStation upstairs. So it just gives me something to play in bed. And I came across Life is Strange. Now, Life is Strange, you know, obviously is not a new game. But I'd heard good things about it before. Yeah. And the first episode, because it's an episodic game, the first episode is free. You know, like they try and entice you in. Yeah, it's free. So you can have a little game on it and see what you think. And I actually quite enjoyed it. I mean, I've not completed the first episode yet, but I really do like the mechanics of the game. I mean, have you played it? Do you know what the storyline is?
It got Game of the Years for a few decent outlets, though. I know it's supposed to be good.
Well, basically, the concept of the game, and I haven't got that far into it, so there's going to be some bits I'm going to leave ambiguous because I don't know the answers to.
Spoiler alert.
But, spoilers. But the concept of the game is you are a high school girl, who can reverse time.
Okay.
So basically, it starts off when you're in this classroom and certain things happen. I won't spoil everything. But then you basically realise that you're able to reverse time. So you go back to the start of where you were at the start of the game. And then a situation happens that you then go, right, I need to get there and stop that from happening. But then as you try and rush off, like your teacher's like, well, where are you going? So then it's not as straightforward. Then you have to, like, your teacher will ask you questions which you will obviously answer incorrectly.
Like a Telltale game.
Kind of, yeah. But it'll ask you questions that you're answering correctly, and then you will I can't get rid of these wins.
Windy pops.
Big time. You ask questions, you answer incorrectly, and then but his response then sort of informs you of what the correct response should have been. So then you go, right, okay, I know what to say to get out of this. So then so you're almost constantly learning, rewinding, learning.
Off on a limb here. That's like Prince of Persia: Sands of Time.
Is it? I never played that game.
Oh god, it was amazing. But yeah, you would jump on a ledge, climb up a ledge. This is platforming wise. You'd fall off. Reverse time. Get back on there, learn, and do it right next time. Don't jump that way. Jump that way.
Yeah, that's quite good.
Yeah, it's really old. It's PlayStation 2.
Old school.
But no, I love the idea of reverse time. That's amazing.
Yeah, so it's quite a good game. I quite like. I mean, I need to play more of these sort of indie games, these small sort of episodic games. I mean, Telltale.
I'm done with Telltale.
I'm the same, mate. I mean, I played. You know, The Walking Dead was brilliant. There's no doubt about it. And I've got Walking Dead Season 2 because it was on Games for Gold, and I haven't played Season 2 good as well.
So good, and possibly better than Season 1. But then Season 3, Michonne put me off a bit because it was very boring.
Yeah.
The Batman one was pretty dire. This is Batman, for Christ's sake. Why is it this boring? In Batman, the handheld you a lot. It wasn't actually just trial and error really. There wasn't actually much skill to it. Yeah. And the conversations are dull. So yeah, I've done with Telltale. So Life is Strange is interesting me, as is the Layers of Fear as well.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of good things about that. See, I like this. See, what? I know this is kind of a weird segue because it isn't the same sort of game, but the type of game that sort of seems to come up a lot in conversation at the moment are these walking simulators. Yeah. What's your opinion on walking simulators?
My knowledge is Mist. Obviously, I was in secondary school. Secondary school. Mist was my uncle had Mist, and it was all the rage. Going back a few steps, I had a Winnie the Pooh game. Look it up on Wikipedia. I think it's called Winnie the Pooh's Adventure or whatever. Either way, it was a walking simulator where you were I thought you weren't Christopher Robin. He popped up. They all popped up. Who are you? And you just had to find Winnie the Pooh's stuff, but it was done like it was a half walking simulator, half like Zork, writing and things. And those two games are my touch points of walking simulators.
Okay. Well, I think in regards to sort of modern walking simulator, now the term walking simulator is obviously used as a derogatory term. People tend to use it to sort of criticise it and say, well, all you do is walk in that game. You don't interact with anything. But for me, it's not. The better description would be an interactive story. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? That's what you're doing. It's almost like, yes, you sometimes in these games you can't necessarily influence the way the story's going to go. The story's going to play out the way it plays out, but you are going along for the ride. You're not just watching it unfold on screen. You can. I think the major difference between this and watching a movie is you can take it all in your own time. Yeah. So if you're in a room, you can look around that room and you can take every single bit of detail in. Yeah. You can't. It doesn't like a movie. Only
build the story up. Yeah.
Well, a movie only shows you what it wants to show you. What it needs to show you. Sometimes it might show you too much. Well, exactly. Whereas in that situation, you can go. If you're in a murder scene, you might go, well, actually, I want to take in what's going on before I go any further because I can, like you say, you can figure things out yourself.
Sort of story it yourself and have a different interpretation to someone else.
I mean, one of the games I played just before Christmas was Everyone's Gone to the Rapture.
Heard a lot about it.
And I thought it was incredible. I thought the graphics were unreal. I mean, it was like based in an English village. And so I think that's what made it an even better experience for me was because you can relate to it. Because you play a lot of games and they're based in sort of America and stuff like that, which is fine. And I love America, but it's I've never been to America, so I can't relate to that. I don't know what it's like living in a dusty town in sort of Texas or something like that. It's not. Whereas that, like it looks like Yat and Kennel, the village down the road from our house, So. That in itself, it just
is that pure walking. There's no talking or.
Well, the way that game works is basically you appear in this sort of village, which has got like a what do you call it? I normally would know the name of it. When you get like these towns where they've got basically a telescope. Observatory, that's the one. Yeah, they've got one of those there. Okay, you start off kind of by it, and you make your way down this hill, and there's sort of like phones around which you can answer them, and they sort of play out sort of recorded messages.
Okay.
And basically what happens is this is like a ghost town. There's nobody. It's a nice day, sun's out and all that, but this sort of like shining light sort of drifts around, and it kind of leads you because you see this light and
hypnotizing your hand.
Yeah, you kind of just like you walk towards it and you follow this shining light, and what it does is it gets to certain points where it stops, and then when you get there, you kind of have to focus on it, and I think you have to wiggle the stick around on the PlayStation anyway, and then it kind of activates. It's almost like not a memory. It's almost like a shadow. Like sometimes when people describe ghosts as being a sort of imprint.
Yeah.
They're not conscious. It's just like a reoccurring imprint. It's a bit like that, but the it's almost like silhouetted people playing out what happened, but
the Witcher had a dynamic like that. You put the lamp up and you can see
kind of they're all like light.
Witcher
all, like,
3
built
again.
Up in light, but they're all built up in light. But but you can hear the voices.
Yeah.
And the voice acting was brilliant on it. Really, it really was.
Sounds quite good.
It was very good, but that's it, and you just lead away, and it basically plays this whole story out about how this this disaster happened, which explains why there's nobody there, and you end up basically going all the way to the end and discovering who caused it. And you sort of get to know these characters through these little sort of scenes that play out, and it's incredible. I mean, there's this one scene which there's basically I don't want to give away too many spoilers, but there's some people are falling ill, and you sort of see this like silhouetted light go into this front room, and these two people are obviously sat down on the sofa, and this woman's voice is talking. She's saying, I don't feel very well, I've got a nosebleed, my head's hurting. And he's like, yeah, just take a seat there. And she says, the children weren't feeling very well either, they've gone upstairs to bed. And then you look, and then it sort of fades out, and you look down where this person was sat, and there's blood all over the sofa. And then you sort of, it naturally leads you to walk upstairs. And then you start walking upstairs, and you go up to the one bedroom door that opens, and you're thinking, what am I going to find in here? And you open the door, and it's just a children's teddy on there. There's nothing bad. It's just a teddy.
Yeah,
but it was
enough,
just.
that's enough.
But this is what I mean about the interaction is that in a movie, a person would have just gone up and acted in how they're going to respond to the situation. Yeah. But you can walk up and you kind of get to the door and then you kind of stop and go, oh, and you give yourself. Yeah. So it is different. It needs people to call it walking simulator.
Build your intention, kind of thing.
Exactly, and I think it's it's a stupid way of describing the games. You know that
everyone's got to pigeonhole it somehow. It's a walking sim.
Exactly.
Deal with it.
So
me, there we go. What am I playing?
Don't know.
I'm thinking what I'm playing.
What are you playing?
Oh, I'm going to piss people off because again, I don't play new games. I play old games. I'm playing Batman Arkham Asylum. Rocksteady's kind of amazing action adventure puzzle detective game. It's not even the remaster. I'm playing the Xbox 360 version. I just thought I need a Witcher break. So
did you not play it the first time round?
Yeah.
So why are you playing again?
I'm getting all the achievements. I'm going to get all the achievements. I'm going to 100% this game because it deserves it. Because every nook and cranny on that game is amazing. And I didn't really bother with the Riddler stuff on the last time. Remember the Riddler puzzles are.
I told you I don't.
Well,
I don't
if
engage
you do,
in that crap.
you learn. I'm a fan of the comics anyway. I've read all the major Batman stories, and I picked up a few. If there was a question, the Riddler puzzles in that game came in the form of question marks here and there. Pick up them. And also you get when you walk into a room or an area, it would come up with a few, cryptic things, and it would usually be a park bench. Bruce Wayne's parents' name is. Look at it, zoom in, click. You got the riddle. But you learn loads about the backstory. You learn loads about there's loads of comic references in there. I read more Batman stories since playing it 7 years ago, and I'm loving it. The fighting still. I know playing Arkham Asylum, and I've obviously recently played Arkham Knight. The fighting's like it's stage 1, and Arkham Knight is just so developed. It's much more the Havoc engine it uses, which other games have kind of not robbed, adopted. Shadow of Mordor being one. So the Havoc engine's in its infancy. So yeah, with free flow, it was more free flow than the Assassin's Creed games at the time. You can dot between baddies, comboing them. I'm doing motions there for podcast people.
I didn't play Arkham Knight.
Arkham Knight's the one I'm lending you.
Oh right, okay.
It's the PlayStation 4 one I'm lending you.
Yeah.
And so I think it's a great game. I'm loving the second playthrough because I've forgotten the story anyway. It's been 6 years of probably heavy drinking, let's face it. So I've forgotten the story. So I'm loving picking up all the riddles. I'm going to try and do a challenge. I've got the Game of the Year edition on the Xbox 360 for like £3. And so I'm playing that. And I'm also playing, because I'm having a PlayStation 4 break at the moment, because I want to go back to Xbox 360. It looks a bit neglected. And I'm playing Batman Lego 2. I think it's called DC Superheroes or something. It's a Lego game. What more can I say? But it is like... some of the controls are awful. I don't know where it comes in the Lego timeline of games. I don't know where it is. Because like Lego Jurassic Park is the newest one that I've played, and that is intuitive. You can go into a game, get a few bricks, save it, quit out. And this one I've got to play for every level and on the free plays, and it's geeky. I just put some hip hop on and play it, but it's good. And the last game I want to talk about is a bit of a random one. It's called Hoplite. It's a mobile phone game. I've got it on my Samsung. Here it is here. Hoplite. It looks really old. Very retro, but it's so addictive. It's basically a tile kind of dungeon crawler where you're a little 8-bit man and you've got a certain amount of moves each go. And when you move, someone in the dungeon will move, and you've got a spear and also a sword. And it's a bit like Civilization type mechanics, but it's addictive. And it's got the brutality of a game from that era, because if you die, back to the start. No saves, no continue game. I think Hoplite, honestly, it's not something I'm advertising. It's really good. Hoplite. So basically, I'm playing old games and games that are new, but actually look bloody old as well.
Lovely. Yeah. Lovely. Well, the only last thing I wanted to mention was Hitman. You don't like Hitman, do you?
Sorry, podcast people, I made a face.
You don't like Hitman, do you?
I just think I don't like Hitman because it's... and I like some... I don't like stealth games, really. You love Metal Gear Solid and things. It's just like... scope out the scene. Get a bottle of wine. Get a poison tequila worm. Put it in the wine. Don't get spotted, though. And you've got all these cool weapons and things. And
but that's awesome. How's that bad? Yes, you can. You can put... Hitman's a game where you can approach a mission in multiple ways, and you can choose how you want to execute that person that you need to assassinate.
But then you've got to like... I know they mark you now on how well you do, which is quite cool as playability, but then...
I think you're crazy, Sean. I think it's an absolutely amazing
What
game.
what attitude do you want to talk about Hitman for?
I just want to talk about Hitman because it's amazing.
Oh.
I know you don't like it.
It's been in the news, hasn't it?
No, it has been in the news. We're going to talk about that. We just want to talk about how awesome it is.
It does spell the end of Hitman, though.
It doesn't spell the end of Hitman. In the news, Square Enix have basically decided to part ways with IO Interactive, who are the developers for Hitman. But the IO Interactive have since come out and said that they are not closing down. They are actually halfway through creating Hitman Series 2.
Oh, they did an episodic series, didn't
That's
they?
right. So,
I just don't get on with it because it's just uber stealth, isn't it? It is a stealth. I can't deal with that, really. Not that I'm going ho. I just can't deal with it. What was the best Hitman game? What's the claimed one? Blood Money? Or Contracts?
no, I think Blood Money probably was the best. Probably correct. It was good. That was one when they had the jacuzzi on the side of the mountain. Do you not see that one?
I played Blood Money. I can't remember.
It was amazing because there was a contract where you had to kill this. I think it was a rich yuppie guy or something. But you were at this kind of party in the sort of inside of the mountain. It was obviously some kind of like building structure that they built in the side of the mountain. And I was trying to figure out how to kill this guy, and he was in this jacuzzi. And he was like right on the edge of the mountain. He's there with these women in there and all that. And I'm like trying to figure out how to kill him. Like, do I become the butler? Do I do, like you said, trying to figure out what do I do? What's the best way to do it?
Poison tequila worm.
And then I basically ran around this back door, and I ended up going like where he was. There was like a platform underneath, and I was like, I wasn't intending to try and kill him from there. I was just running down there, just trying to like scope the place out. And as I'm running down, I look up, and it turns out that the jacuzzi is a glass-bottomed jacuzzi.
Oh,
and I could see him sat there in the thing. And I was like, no, surely it's not going to be this easy. So I just got my gun out and went, shot the glass. And him and these women just went,
Did you lose points for killing the women?
I don't know. I don't care. You know me. I do
side quest.
I do my things my own way. You know? It's about playing out the story.
I like points.
Yeah, I don't worry about it.
And he just fell on the mountain, did he?
Yeah, he fell down the mountain. He literally just went,
They would have thought it was an accident.
And everyone went mental, and I just walked out there with me super suit on.
That was a funny story.
Looking sharp as shit, you know? So, yeah, but I just wanted to mention Hitman and just say, look, it's a real shame that Square Enix have took that opinion. I don't know why, because I thought it did alright in Season 1. People seemed to like it. I didn't think it had done badly.
I got really best game of the year reviews, top 10.
Exactly. Yeah. So I find it a bit peculiar that they...
Because they went out for a drinking session with me, and I just told them how I felt.
And they were like, you're right, Sean.
You're right, Sean. Yeah, you're right, random man that we've never met before. He was drunk. He was talking about...
But I'd imagine that it's going to be picked up by someone else. So when Gutless Gaming becomes a production house, we'll
pick Zero Gaming Development Experience. So
sponsored by IO Interactive. So
get more sponsors on board. Yeah, we get a gaming developer on board. Not that they sponsor us to do.
That's how I'm going to get them, because I'm not going to. I'm not going to be able to afford to buy IO Interactive off Square Enix. So I will offer them some T-shirts.
Yes, if you don't mind, Abel, yeah.
Or a discount code.
If you have a discount code, yeah.
I'll sort you out, mate.
Yeah, make me a majority shareholder, and I'll give you
T-shirts.
These are great T-shirts. This T-shirt's so comfy.
Yeah, it is. They're quite fitted, aren't they?
Yeah, well, we're in good nick, aren't we?
Alright.
I think we've progressed through stage 1.
Yeah, let's move on to the main quest. Okay, here we are with the main quest. We're feeling a little bit more relaxed now, aren't we?
Loosened up.
Chilling out a little bit. Now, as we described in the intro, the main quest today is going to be used for us to talk about our gaming journey.
It's our most personal main quest yet.
That's right. We're opening up to you, the viewer and the listener.
I'm going to learn a lot about you. I don't actually know you that well. I'm going to learn quite a lot about you.
You know me well enough.
We have a business-like relationship, and that's how we like it.
Cold. Well, let's start off by talking about how we got into gaming. How were you introduced to games?
I was introduced to games. I don't know really. I mean, my friends had at school. I knew my friends had. I knew what Mega Drive was, and a NES was. Oh no, sorry, Master System and NES was. But I didn't have any of that. I didn't have a console. I was introduced to games via my parents bought us an Atari STE as a surprise.
Yeah.
And So yeah, I played a lot of Atari games. I was addicted to this ST. I'd get up at like 6 in the morning. I still do it now, and just sit and play until my family got up. But I would also get a lot of the games that were ported from the Sega systems and Nintendo systems onto it. So I would sit and play the movie license games. And
would they be as good?
They're different, aren't they? So I was getting a flavour then of what I saw other people had consoles, and I thought I want a console as well. But the Atari STE, I'll do something for the channel about the Atari STE because I think it's such a great. The Atari STE was I don't know what bit it was. I don't know what. I know it was a floppy disk thing, but it was out of the Amiga and the Commodore. It was the best, I think. The Atari ST was because
my friend had one.
Oh, they're just so good. My favourite games were like Bomb Jack, things like that. Rainbow Islands.
I remember playing
Barbarian.
Jimmy White's snooker.
I had Jimmy White's snooker.
Yeah.
Can you just? I go to the collector's corner in Chippenham and buy. I had Monkey Island.
Oh yeah.
Still got it with the original wheel where you could get the code.
Oh god, yeah. I had that on the Amiga.
Yeah, it would have been exactly the same. But Atari ST got me into gaming, and there are emulators out there now. I haven't actually got an Atari ST emulator working yet. They're not that hard. I need to just knuckle down a bit. But no, Atari ST.
Okay.
Yourself?
Myself, I got introduced to gaming through a friend of mine who was my best friend growing up, and he had the Nintendo, the NES.
The NES.
Yeah, and I used to obviously play the standard games on it, like Super Mario and Duck Hunt and whatnot, which was amazing at the time, wasn't it? You know, you used to go right up to the screen, all that, because we cheat when we're young. But my actually first game was a car outside, just shining this light in my eyes. It's painful. Should have shut the window. Should have shut the curtains there. That's interesting.
It's the feds.
It's good news. It's the Atari ST, please.
I'm not emulating it, guys. I'm not emulating it. Jesus, they don't hear me.
So yeah, so I was introduced to the gaming consoles from a friend. So I actually really wanted a Nintendo, and I've mentioned before my parents split up when I was young. So basically, my dad had come down to visit us. I must have been about 5 or 6, something like that. And as any good separated father from their kids does, he turned up with presents to try and buy mine and my brother, our love. So we got this box there that we unwrapped and ripped apart, and it was like, and my brother was like, "It's a gaming system," and I was like, "Yeah!" And I was like, "Sega?" I was like, "What's a Sega?" I was like, and he's like, my brother was like, "Yeah, this is a better one, my friends," because my brother was like that. He was fair play to him. He was trying to see the good in everything.
Yeah.
Until the world came crashing down, and he was sort of like, "Yeah, no, it's a good one. This is the one I played at school or something." And I was just like, "It's not Nintendo, is it?" I was just like, "What is this?"
I'm with you, brother. The Sega ones.
I felt robbed. I felt cheated.
Really?
I've got to be honest. Yeah, Super Mario. At this point, Sonic wasn't really a thing, and Sonic didn't really take off until the Mega. And I know he was on the Master System, but he didn't really take off till the Mega Drive, did he? Do you know what I mean? So
he was packaged with the you got Sonic with the Mega Drive.
Exactly. So with the Master System, it was Alex the Kid.
That was built in, wasn't it?
I had the original Master System, the one with the sort of with the orange sort of red bit on it. Yeah. You used to play rock paper scissors at the end of level bosses, and they always had like their head was like a hand. It was like scissors or paper or something. Alex the Kid was awesome. I really liked that game. He used to punch, didn't he?
The Enchanted Castles on the Mega Drive actually, which I'll move on to. So you got a Mega Drive as a present?
The Master System. Sega Master System. Yeah. I got a Sega Master System. And I've got to be honest, I had some awesome games. My dad used to buy us quite a lot of games, to be fair. And another one, in fact, you actually tweeted out an image of one of my favourite Master System games the other day, and that is California Games. Oh man, it was so good. And Footbag, wasn't it? The game that you
Footbag,
the image that you
pure
tweeted
concentration
out.
That game.
Oh, it was so good. And the BMXing and the surfing.
Surfing's iconic.
Surfing. I used to always try and get so far away from the wave, and then you do a loop, go. Whoa.
Just a really good multiplayer game. Really good game.
Half pipe.
I never had a Master System, but I played with my
it was such
house.
a good game. Yeah, so I had that. I mean, I had the original Altered Beast.
Yeah, I remember that.
That was an interesting
Again,
game.
they're all on Mega Drive, weren't they? But yeah, they
but they were also on they were on the Master System as well. They just weren't as good. They were just very like Sonic. Did you ever play Sonic on the Master System?
No.
God, it was just so dumbed down. Like, it sounds stupid because obviously the graphics on Sonic the Hedgehog and those sort of 16-bit games are not incredibly detailed, but it was so like when you go from, because I never had Sonic for the Master System.
No.
I just played it after the fact. I can't remember where I played it, but I was like, wow, it Almost looked like just there was no detail in anything. It just didn't play as well. But so yeah, we had that, and then I moved on to the Sega Mega Drive after that. Now I actually won a Sega Mega Drive. Now this is what happened. Basically, my parents obviously gave us a treat, which was a penguin bar, a little chocolate biscuit. You know, that for people who don't know, people in other countries, you know, it's a little chocolate bar and a wrapper, isn't it? Sort of thing you get in your packed lunch for school and whatnot. Yeah. And I'm opening up this bar of chocolate, and it's got inside the chocolate is wrapped in gold, and I'm like, "What's this?" And I handed it to my mum. My mum was like, "Congratulations, you've won a Sega Mega." My mum went mental. She didn't even like gaming, but she was just like, "We've won something!" You know, so
we've won. Like, yeah, what is it like?
Exactly. So it was like, I couldn't believe it. But the funny thing is that at this point I'd accepted that Sega was my fate. So about a week before this, we won. We got the chocolate bar with the winning wrapper, golden ticket, like Charlie and Chocolate Factory. I'd actually been looking in the catalogue. I don't know if you ever used to do it, like when Christmas was coming, you'd open the catalogue and just look through all the pages.
I used to mostly look at this big box of sweets you can get.
Yeah, I just want sweets. Yeah. And yeah, it had a picture in there, the Sega Mega Drive with the picture of Sonic next to him, like, and I was just like circling it, like, so it was like so random that like. That's
a mad story.
Then, like a week later, I won a Mega Drive, and yeah, I loved my Mega Drive. I had for years.
Yeah, I kept mine for years.
Absolutely years, and you know, I'd never had to replace it. Like some of my mates broke theirs, and they had to replace it with the second Mega Drive with the red buttons on. And
because it had a white button got really manky.
Yeah,
and then it got.
It had a volume control, didn't it?
I had the red one because I got the Game Boy after the Atari, and I loved that. I was addicted to a game. I'd always Simpsons game. I loved the Game Boy. And then I got the Mega Drive, and I had the red one then.
All the red buttons.
Because I mean, I wanted a Mega Drive because on my Atari STE, I thought Golden Axe is the best game ever.
Golden Axe was amazing.
And then when I saw my friends playing on the Mega Drive, I thought, like the Sonic analogy, my Atari Sonic's crap.
Mine looks crap.
And on the Atari like version, there was one you didn't get one. There was one less rideable animal and things like that.
Okay.
You still got the shitty one that just twirled around with its tail.
Yeah, yeah.
And but no, so I really wanted a Mega Drive for that. And Alien Storm was the first game brought me into it. My friends had Alien Storm, like, right, I want that, because with the Mega Drive you would get the 3, wouldn't you? The cartridge got 3 games on. And there was different variations. There was one with like Golden Axe, the fighting variation. There was a sportier one. And I had the one, an Alien Storm one.
That Mega Drive was good though, wasn't it? It had some great games on it. I mean, I know it's a different genre, but it's pretty much the same game as Golden Axe, but Streets of Rage, isn't it? They're made by the same people.
I remember. I don't know, mate.
Because they still had the same thing where you press the
A button to do a hard
to do the special
magic.
It was either potions or it was the rocket launcher in the police car.
Street Race 3. Street Race 2 was obviously decent. It's introduced skate. Street Race 3 was what did it for me, and he introduced the kangaroo high concept. But Zan, who would like annoyingly, the thing is Zan is. You remember Zan? He was bald and a kind of Oriental moustache.
Yeah, he's almost like the training master type.
Yeah, but he had a big like metal upper body. Okay. But if he picked up a weapon, it would just turn to an orb of light. I really liked Zan, but he couldn't use weapons, so I axe all the way from me.
Got to use weapons. Road Rash.
Road Rash 2.
Good game.
Because Road Rash 2 introduced a bit more buy-in of bikes and actually.
Yeah. I still love the music from it. The music was amazing.
Do a rendition.
Oh no, it's sort of like down.
That's it, yeah. But then, do you remember Skitching? Like, every great game had one that copied it, and Mega Drive encapsulated it the best. So you had Sonic, but you would get like Flicky and Dynamite Heady. It would copy it a bit, but then they copy it really well. And you get, with Road Rash, you get Skitching, which is the rollerblading where you had to go in cars and surf between. I like derivative games. I still do.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, I don't think we'll try not to go too much into because that's a
feature in itself. On its own, Where did you? I can't remember. I think I had a big break where I didn't move on. I skipped PlayStation 1. Didn't have one.
No, I definitely had a PlayStation 1. Oh god, PlayStation 1. I used to go to a youth club at the local school.
Where was that?
St Peter's School.
You didn't go to St Peter's, here?
I did go to St Peter's, yeah.
Your secondary school for me.
Yeah, I did. I went to St Peter's Primary School, and we used to go to the youth club there. And I may have even. This may even be when I've already gone to Hard and Newish, but the youth club was there. It wasn't, yeah. And they had a someone used to bring a PlayStation in, and I just remember playing FIFA 96 and being like, "Oh my god, it's like watching Match of the Day."
Who was on the cover of that?
It
had a generic cover.
I don't know, but 97 was Ginola, wasn't it?
Yeah,
David
98
Ginola,
was
but with
Bergkamp. So 96 is the last one to have a generic cover.
FIFA 98 was incredible. That's Road to World Cup, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was moving on to N64. But PlayStation 1, I remember my friend Kev Cairns, he got one. I went to his house, I saw Battle Royale to Shinden, I thought it was the future. Yeah. Battle Royale to Shinden looks like shit now, I believe.
I know, but FIFA 96, I've gone back and watched it, and I'm like,
Battle Royale to Shinden, I was like, what the hell? It was amazing, but I skipped it. I still had a Mega Drive. I thought I lagged. I don't know why I lagged behind.
No.
And my parents got divorced, and they were really generous and jointly got me a Dreamcast. So I skipped and got my Dreamcast.
Yeah, well, but this is the thing now. Now you're getting into the territory where, although these consoles are classed as the same generation, they're not really the same generation.
No, PlayStation,
like the PlayStation and the N64. You know, an N64, 64.
Did you have an N64?
No.
You didn't have any allergic to Nintendo, weren't you?
No, I wasn't allergic to it. The first Nintendo I ever owned was GameCube.
I never had it. It passed me by.
GameCube was alright. I mean, it had some incredible games on it, but we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, you know, you get these sort of like the N64, the Dreamcast. What's the Dreamcast? 132-bit or something, wasn't it?
It was double the N64, so yeah, that'd be 128.
128, that's it. Yeah. God, my maths is shit, but
that's too bad.
But yeah, it's my good friend Chris McLaren, aka Biffa. He had a Dreamcast, and we used to play Shenmue on it.
Oh Jesus! I mean, the PlayStation 1 is probably up there the best consoles ever.
Yeah,
I can't deny that there's better games in Dreamcast, but it had like PlayStation 1 had everything like Final Fantasy 8, the Final Fantasy 9.
Dreamcast is just one of those consoles, a bit like the Wii U. It's just like it's nothing really wrong with the console. It's just that
every time they released a game, it was amazing. They're big lamp. That's why I worry about the Switch, because Dreamcast, there were some great games on there.
Shenmue, all we used to do was do the we used to play darts. We used to do the forklift racing.
Get some money, sit there.
And we used to do the used to go in the arcade and play on Super Hang On.
And then you pop to the corner shop near where your house is and just keep getting those things out the machine. I love Shenmue's classic. Just games like Crazy Taxi just changed my life because the music of the Offspring on it. I remember that got me into like punk a bit and things. And then Sonic Adventures, one of the best game experiences still ever.
I've never played it.
Unfortunately, it's a really dire port from the Xbox 360. It looks worse than the Dreamcast.
God.
But no.
God.
That Dreamcast changed my life. The fishing.
No. I went from PlayStation to PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 2.
Oh, that's my favourite console of the time.
And it's probably mine as well actually, but I actually convinced my mum to buy me, or not buy me. I said, look, this is how it went. It was like, Mum, I think we should buy a PlayStation 2. And she was like, no. And I was like, yeah, but Mum, the thing is like, everything's moving from VHS to DVD now.
It really was.
And the PlayStation 2 is also a DVD player. So what you could do is buy a PlayStation 2, put it in the front room, and then we can use it for the DVD player, and I can play games on it. Because at the time, to be fair, the price comparison between a DVD player and a PS2 wasn't really much different. DVD players were really expensive at the time, weren't they?
Yeah.
So it was a case of, well, it's only like 30 quid more. And then, like, she bought it, so I got it with Gran Turismo 3.
I got mine with GTA 3.
I did get that, but I didn't get it straight away. I had one of the early... It wasn't Pro Evo, it was
International Superstar?
It was International Superstar Soccer.
Yeah.
Pro Evo had already changed to Pro Evo because that happened on the PlayStation 1. But for some reason, one of the first games on the PS2, it was International Superstar Soccer. I don't know whether it's one of those a bit like Football Manager, Championship Manager, where there was a split.
It fell out.
And somebody took the name and somebody took the engine, and it kind of becomes a bit confusing, doesn't it? It was not very good. More of the story.
It might be This Is Football.
No, it was definitely International Super Soccer, definitely. Because in Japan it was called Winning 11, wasn't it? And then when one of the teams was called the Winning 11-11, it was like, God, who thought that up? But yeah, so Gran Turismo 3 was quality.
It was good. Driving licenses.
It's funny you should say about the music, because it got me into Feeder.
Oh, Just a Day.
Just a Day was on there. Yeah, I used to love that tune. Blast.
Such a good song. I'm going to listen to that tomorrow now.
It was quality.
The PlayStation 2, like, it had one of my best PlayStation 2 experiences was Final Fantasy X.
Yeah,
Blitzball.
I like Final Fantasy. I like Final Fantasy X, but it's not my favourite Final Fantasy.
Wow.
It's not. It's alright.
It's still good.
Alright. It was. It's horror. It was difficult because for me it was the first time. Because I don't know what 9 was like. I never played it, but obviously it progressed into the fully voiced acting, and he was a bit annoying, wasn't he?
Tidus, he's alright. Tidus was. Yeah, he was decent, but PS2 wise, they had the Grand Theft Auto games reigned supreme on there. I remember I preferred Vice City to number 3.
Oh, Vice City for me, potentially okay. GTA 5 aside, because I think GTA 5 was personally I think it was a fucking incredible game.
I've only played like half of it.
I fucking it's amazing. It really is. It's just one of those games that every time you play it, it's just like I've never been here before. Like, but Vice City for me was the best story. I thought
soundtrack,
it was so good.
characters,
Billie Jean busting out the radio.
Oh, it's so good.
It was so good.
And the sunsets, it looked amazing that game.
Ray Liotta, wasn't it? Did the voice.
Ray Liotta did the voice, yeah. That PlayStation 2 had, and obviously the Silent Hill games came with her in PlayStation 2. I know the first one was in the PS1. Silent Hill 2 is an absolute banger of a game.
Resident Evil 2, that was PS1, wasn't it?
Yeah.
God, it's amazing.
Nemesis is the PlayStation 1 as well. Code Veronica snaked onto the Dreamcast and into the PlayStation 2. Code Veronica was Dreamcast exclusive, I think.
What was Resident Evil 4?
Oh, GameCube.
Was it just GameCube, was it?
And then it ventured onto...
I remember playing there was that other one, wasn't there? It was like a prequel, Resident Evil 0 or something, wasn't it? When they went on the train and some stuff like that. It did get a bit convoluted, those games.
They get a bit silly.
Yeah,
But the PlayStation 2 I had good times. At university I played God of War. I got a terrible story. I'm going to tell it.
Go on.
I was at university and I've got about one or two, probably one friend I still talk to from uni. James Dance. He runs loading bars. They're amazing. Go visit him in Falmouth and London. And I had a PlayStation 2, and then do you remember you used to put a disc in and it would go and the disc was running bloody low. You're like, open, closing. After half an hour it would work sometimes. Mine kept doing that, and I thought at first it was a crappy games I was buying from a place next door called Stan's Games, around my bloke called Stan, and it wasn't. So the long and short of it is the PlayStation wasn't working. So when we had all our gaming nights, whatever, or it was getting to the end of term, at the end of actual university, I basically went to someone's house and swapped my broken PlayStation for theirs. I wandered off home with their PlayStation, and they probably turned it on and had a broken PlayStation because I'd swapped it. That makes me look a terrible person. I get that, but it's gaming.
That's what you do when you're younger, isn't it?
Oh yeah, I'm still an adult, but
it was only last week.
I found
Hang on, my PlayStation's not been working.
But yeah, so my PlayStation 2 was temperamental. I did, resort me to do things like that.
Nice.
Apologies to the person I did that to. I can't remember who it was.
Nice. So where did you progress from the PS2 to 222?
Xbox 360. I saw.
So why? I tell you what. Why did you go from PlayStation to Xbox 360? Because I did the same. But what made you? What made you? For me, it was just the fact that like I got into the 360 because my partner that I'm with now, Amy. When I first started seeing her dad had bought a 360. And I was holding out for the PS3. I was like, not interested in this Xbox. Because I played the first Xbox and I was like, pish.
Am I right in saying the first Xbox was a bit shit?
I think it was. It's huge, wasn't it? It's massive. The only game I can say that I know for sure was brilliant on it was KOTOR, but I never played it. I played that on the PC.
Yeah, I played KOTOR on the on Halo.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Halo 2.
Yeah, you can argue Halo, obviously. But no, so he had the 360 and I went around and played on it and I was playing Ghost Recon. We talked about it the week.
It's just the graphics on that game when you look at it. It's
and I was just like, it was honestly like falling in love. It was like, oh my god. And the controllers were like...
It was Ghost Recon that did it for me.
I never thought the PlayStation controllers could be beaten.
Did the PlayStation... Sorry, right? Did the PlayStation... touch traces low. Did the PlayStation 3 come out at the same time as the Xbox 360? I can't remember.
No,
I'm sorry.
It was about a year or two.
I think that's probably why then.
Yeah, that's what I was alluding to. I was wondering if that was the same reason.
Probably. I saw it. It was also around the time when I was getting a wage, so I could just buy what I want. So I bought it, and I can't remember what I bought with it. I bought Halo 3. So I bought it. I bought it later in then.
Yeah, I got to be honest. I've just realised. I don't want to use the word sinister, but I seem to have a story for every console that I get, maybe, because obviously, like I said, the Sega Master System was my dad trying to buy our love.
Yeah, good.
The Sega Mega Drive, I won in a Penguin bar.
Yeah.
PlayStation 1, that's probably not, that's a bit more of a standard story. It was just, my mum was like, what do you want? PlayStation 1, it was, what do you want for Christmas? I was like, I want a PlayStation 1. And she was like, well, that's so expensive. You'll have to use your birthday money and your Christmas money. And I remember sitting up every night. I couldn't sleep. I was so excited about getting this console. And I got
Lone
it.
Soldier.
Oh, I got it with Ridge Racer and Tekken 1.
Ridge Racer.
Oh, mate. Ridge Racer. So, love it. Anyway, PlayStation 2 was obviously the story where I conned my mum into buying it with a DVD player. The 360, actually, it wasn't sinister because I didn't necessarily ask for it, but I basically... not going to go into too much detail. I had split up with my ex-partner and had to move back home, and my mum was like, what do you want for Christmas? I want to get you something nice for Christmas. And I was just like, I don't know, how much you're talking. And she said, well, just tell me what you want. So I was like, jokingly, I was like, I'll have an Xbox 360. And she was like, how much are they? And I was like, a couple £100. And she was like, all right then. I was like, what? And it was like, she basically was just like, well, I feel sorry for you because
you're like, oh, screwed.
Yeah, exactly. So I was just like, all right. So she ended up buying that for me, and I got it with. So I got the 360 with.
What would it come out?
I always seem to get them with car games.
Yeah, I don't like car games.
I'm not even really into car games.
I like the Dirt series.
I kind of feel like you have to have
on Burnout series that was PlayStation 2 onwards for Burnout.
Best car game of all time. Destruction Derby 2.
No.
What?
Burnout 2.
Destruction Derby 2 was amazing.
Burnout 2, if you can do crash mode. Burnout 2.
Disgusting.
Soz.
Disgusting.
It's like a car game. It is a car game, you know what I mean?
What else did I get?
I
got a Pro Evo with it.
I must have got mine late, because when did Halo 3 come out a bit later into it? Because I got mine on the launch, pretty much the launch of...
Oh, Halo 3 wasn't launched, no, definitely not. Launch games were like Call of Duty 3, and I didn't get it launched.
No.
But,
launch games were like, Call of Duty 3. I can't remember. But Xbox 360, I played before I came here to see you to do this vlog. I was playing on my Xbox 360. I think it's a great console. The Red Ring of Death is obviously... I've had two.
Oh, God.
I've had two.
Yeah, to be fair, my PlayStation broke. That did break, and I had to buy it with one of the slim ones.
Right.
I think that's the first console I ever had that actually broke.
Xbox first for me. That was that is an actual war crime in the gaming world, because I had to get my first one repaired, and the second one it just broke. And my mum, because it was just for Christmas, and my mum had got me, I think, for like New Vegas for Christmas. I was really excited. I'm obviously quite old, and then I got the Red Ring of Death.
Oh no!
It was like a few weeks before Christmas. I was so fucked off about it.
In a towel?
And then I walked into the bedroom a few days later, and my mum and Harriet had, my wife and my stepdad Ian, had bought me an Xbox 360, and they put Christmas lights around it on the bed. Like,
that's nice.
And I got Fallout 3.
Now get out! I need to be alone.
Yeah, so that's my cute Xbox 360 story. That was a nice story. Thanks, Mum. Thanks, Harriet. Thanks, Ian.
I actually missed a quick. We don't want to go too long, but a bit I actually missed out was in the PlayStation era, I actually I sold my PlayStation to buy a PC.
PC gamer.
And I became a PC gamer, and then my brother bought a PlayStation again, and then he kind of moved out, and I just kind of kept it. So I ended up having both again. I've
dabbled in PC gaming for my Worms career and my Universe, but we always had a decent PC in the house. So I played on the PC. I played a lot of sim, like RTS games, like Tiberian Sun, Command and Conquer, Age of Empires.
Age of Empires was so
all
good.
The decent sim, RTS games like that. I always be a bit of a PC gamer.
I used to like the obscure games, like even like in the early 2000s. I remember playing. Did you ever play that game at the movies or something like that? It was a bit like a sort of like sim stroke, like, theme park type game.
It was really high spec, I remember.
And you could make like your own little movies.
Yeah,
and stuff like
we
that.
had that.
It was really fun. I actually quite liked it.
Yeah, it was really high spec. I remember it was like breaking PC at the time. I remember that in the movies, but then I can't even be asked to go into why I did it. I think I did it because we just got married, and Harriet said treat that I could have a PlayStation 4. So I chose to move away from Xbox and got a PlayStation 4 after the 360. And I love the PlayStation 4. I play games that are 2 years old all the time.
I made the decision during the Xbox. Well, it wasn't made the decision. Basically, I really wanted a PS3 because I wanted to play the Uncharted series. That was what I kept seeing stuff and I wanted to play it. And basically, another story. My missus was doing quite well at work, had some bonus money, and she said to me, I want to get you something really nice. I must be a really nice guy or something because I keep getting that.
I wouldn't buy you a console.
And she was like, I want to get you something really nice for your birthday. What do you want? And again, I went, PlayStation 3. She's got me a PlayStation 3. And then on this generation, I bought the Xbox One because I'm always going to get Xbox first because that's kind of my online base. My friends I play online with is Xbox.
I haven't got any friends.
So you got me.
I haven't got any. Apart from my brother-in-law Adam, who's my Rocket League compadre, I've got no online friends.
But
it must be my personality. It must be my personality.
Well,
am I not warm enough?
You can be.
Oh, that's good.
You got a friend in me.
Yeah, that's good.
You got a friend in me.
Good. It's good to know.
So, but yeah, I've got PlayStation 4 as well because on my 30th birthday, my missus said to me,
"What do you want for your birthday?"
I said, "PlayStation 4, please," and here we are. Here we are.
I've got to start asking for stuff more.
Yeah, you should. And my mum said to me once. She once said before when I was younger. She said, "Why don't I can't remember what it was I wanted." I said, "I really wanted one of them." And she said, "Well, why didn't you ask for it?" And I went, "Well, because I thought you'd say no." And she said, "Well, if you don't ask, you don't get."
Good shout, being mother.
And now that's all I do.
You
Sarah, I want some more.
We've charted our gaming journey pretty well, I reckon.
We've slowed down at the end. I forgot to mention. I did mention it earlier on, but I did randomly have a GameCube in the middle of all that.
The only handheld I had was a Game Boy.
Yeah, I don't. Do you know what? I'd never owned a Game Boy, but I think my brother must have had one because I remember playing one, but I never owned one, so it wasn't mine. Maybe borrowed it off a friend. I don't remember.
Back in the old days, there'd be a lot of borrowing consoles, wasn't there?
Yeah, swap games and all that sort of
stuff.
stuff.
Swapping games. It doesn't happen anymore, does it?
No, it doesn't. But GameCube was good. I used to play the Star Wars fight against Rogue Squadron. Yeah, what a good game. But I used to really like the Mario Party games as well.
Never played.
I've actually got a Wii upstairs as well, which I just bought for the kids because.
Oh, the Wii, yeah, the Wii.
The Wii was good, but it's its own thing, isn't it? It's not the same thing. It is a games console, but it is very much a family-orientated, fun game. It's not a sit-down
there are some serious games on there.
Yeah, but it's it's not the same, is it? So yeah, we've gone a bit longer than we thought we would. So maybe we should. So before we go, what is your definitive favourite console ever? Out of all the consoles.
My favourite memories are on the PlayStation 2. Dreamcast is like my true love, but PlayStation 2 is where I did the best gaming.
Yeah, I would probably say PlayStation 2 era as well, but close second, I do think the Xbox 360 was
I nearly went there. I'm going to go PS2. I'm going to make a decision on this for Sean. PlayStation 2.
I'm going to concur. PlayStation 2.
Oh, we're concurring.
PlayStation 2.
Well, let's just go for a free-for-all.
Here we are in another free-for-all where we can talk about whatever we want.
I've put my leg up this time because I've got a fat off shin splint and it's actually hurting just sitting at the moment.
Nice.
I also shin splints what fat people got. I'm not fat, I don't think. But
sometimes it's about bad. I'm not saying you've got bad running technique, but it's impact, isn't it?
I'll race you right now.
The impact of. I'm not saying I'm not saying that you'll be slower than me. I'm just saying that.
I will be now.
Yeah, that's true. Let's do it.
Yeah, take me on. But yeah, so but because I've been suffering with a shin splint, I've actually been spending my last weekend just sat up, and I watched some decent films. I watched Mindhorn, which is really good. Netflix got the rights to it, which has got Julian Chapp from Mighty Boosh and Steve Coogan. It's just a really cool British film set on the Isle of Man.
Isn't it like a sort of based on that he's an actor who used to be in the 80s,
and some crazy.
He's got like a cybernetic eye or something.
Yeah, and it's so. If you watch Dark Place, TV shows like that, it's like that, and it's so funny. The reviews are mixed. But I think it's quality, and I watched that. And also, I've put some demons to bed recently. Okay. My favourite film of all time is Raging Bull, Martin Scorsese, Robert De Niro, Paul Schrader. Yep. And it got, I don't know if you know, it got beaten at the 1980 Oscars by Robert Redford, who directed it. Ordinary People. And Ordinary People is always said to be a great film. It won Best Picture, it won a few, got nominated for loads of Best Support and Best Actor Oscars and things, and it won loads of awards, and it beat Raging Bull.
Okay. So you refused to watch it?
And then I went and sat and watched it, and nothing happens in it really. It's not a bad film, but
is it ordinary?
Very ordinary. Donald Sutherland's quality. The young lad who got the Oscar eventually. Not Fred Savage. I was a kid.
It's a good one of you, isn't it?
He's called something else. He's called Fred, I think. But and I put my demons to bed, but I was like, man, they must have been high in 1980. So I watched that. What's the next film I watched? And I watched Suicide Squad again. I've not
seen that yet.
I watched the director's cut. Have you watched the DC Universe movies?
Oh, I've seen. Yeah, I mean, I'm a big. I think we've had this conversation off air before, but I am a big Superman fan, so I've seen all the Superman involved ones.
But that was
Man of Steel. That's the only two others, isn't it?
The director's cut is a lot better.
I think Wonder Woman looks good.
Yeah, me and
I
my wife
think that's
watched
going to
that.
be pretty decent.
She'll kick some ass. Setting the wall like Captain America worked quite well then. The last one I watched last night, I went and watched Alien Covenant, and I think it's tricky.
How do you feel?
It's tricky.
Where does it rank? Because as far as I'm concerned, I mean, well, let's ask one question quickly. I think we can all agree that Alien 1 and 2 are the best in the series.
Yeah, it goes 1, 2, 3.
So there you go. I was going to ask you, is Alien 1 better or is Alien 2 better?
Alien 1's better.
Because they're very different movies. Alien is a horror movie set in space, isn't it?
Alien 1's
and
my
Alien
favourite.
2 is an action movie.
Yeah. Alien 2 is a great, yeah.
Personally, I think Alien 2 is a better movie. I'm not wrong. It's my opinion.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you sort think it was start. We set rules like this. I've got to stop doing that.
Yeah.
Can you go back a track? Can you say it is the best film ever?
Alien 2 is. Well, I'm not gonna say it's the best movie ever, but it's the best Alien movie.
No, it's not.
So, in my opinion.
Yeah, it goes for me. It goes 1, 2, 3. I think 3 is a beautiful mess, and then it goes. Then it goes Covenant, Prometheus, and Resurrection.
I don't count. I know it doesn't really matter what I think, but I don't really, in my mind, count Prometheus as an Alien movie because I know it kind of is.
It's a sequel to Covenant. Covenant is a sequel, direct sequel.
But so why are they doing a sequel?
He's doing a trilogy.
So Prometheus 2 is the third movie.
It's not called Prometheus 2.
Are you sure?
Hang on. So we've got Prometheus. It came out in 2012, whatever.
Yeah.
Then we've got Alien Covenant, I watched last night, and then we've got a new one coming out in a few years' time to conclude a new trilogy that leads on. So Ridley Scott wants the third one. It's coming out in 4 years' time, whatever, to just finish before Alien 1 in timeline. Okay. So Covenant was good because it felt like a film from the 70s, and the banter was shit. The characters were a bit cardboard cut out. Apart from Danny McBride, Tennessee, who's probably decent, and
did he not work? Because I like Danny.
He was good.
He was
the most.
Oh, brilliant!
Because you can remember from Aliens, you can probably remember every sub character, even like not just Bill Paxton, other people.
Yeah.
They're not that remember. Apart from Catherine Waterston's character, who's kick ass. It was good, but then they are doing a lot of. This is the thing these days, isn't it? It's called retrofitting. Spectre was unfortunately a victim of that. Trying to cram things in. George Lucas loves doing that. Yeah. Cram things in that were never meant to be there. It's a lot of retrofitting around the Prometheus.
Retconning stuff.
Retconning, sorry, yeah. I call it retrofitting. Retconning's better. But I like the action. I like the alien. They're a bit more nimble.
Are they? Yeah, but that's because they're like the CGI allows it now, isn't it?
But yeah, it's good. I thought it was really.
They used to do this, didn't they? They just used to like go, just like put their hands up. like it'd all be dark. It'd all be dark, and then somebody would just shine a shawl on them, and they'd just go jazz hands.
But
Get you my jazz hands.
That poor 8 tall African American man was probably sitting there thinking, Prometheus come out in a few years. If Prometheus has been announced, will I get a call? Did you fuck? You didn't get a call. You didn't get a call for Covenant either.
Prometheus was shit.
No, it wasn't.
It was shit, mate.
No, it wasn't.
It was shit. I hated it.
To quote Jason Neville,
hated it.
that's my opinion.
I hate it, mate. I hated it.
There's so much going on there. It's ideas.
Nothing was going on.
It's ideas. Right, well, that's what I've been watching. What have you been watching? Not
Prometheus. I'm not saying Alien Resurrection was good, by the way. Although, did you know that? Did you know? Have you? Oh, you probably do because you're a film buff. But do you know about this? The backwards basketball shot.
No.
You know, obviously, where Ripley does the backwards photo shot. She did that for real.
Really?
And
how many takes was it?
One take.
Wow.
But she wasn't meant to do it for real. She was supposed to throw it, and then they would obviously edit it to make it look like it had gone in.
Yeah.
But if you actually go on YouTube and search for it, you can actually see that clip.
The rough cut.
Yeah. And like she does it, and it goes in, and Ron Perlman like just looks back like that, and he's like, "No fucking way!" Do you know what I mean? Like,
I used to love Resurrection when I was young. Mind.
Yeah, it had its moments. I mean, I like the underwater bit. The underwater bit was really weird because it's really creepy the way they were moving slow and stuff.
The ending.
Yeah, I did not like the human alien thing or whatever it was called. What was it called? Mama.
Do your jazz hands impression. It does. Alien 1.
So that.
I don't want to slag off Alien 1 because it's one of the best horror films, not just sci-fi films of all time. But every time that alien was shown, it was just is that a pipe? But I like it.
But it was a person in a suit, wasn't it? Whereas I'm not saying.
It's 8 foot tall African American man.
I'm not saying in Aliens it wasn't people in suits, but they also combined it with sort of animatronics, didn't they?
Aliens, get on the channel and have a go at me if not. Aliens, James Cameron had 4 suits to work with, and he made it look like he's such a clever director.
Yeah.
It's only 4 or 6, sorry. He made it look like there were fucking loads.
Yeah, just because the angles.
But either way, the Alien films are decent.
Quality.
Oh my god, I'm going back. I'm going to go back a stage. Can you do that?
Yeah.
Alien Trilogy on the PlayStation 1.
Did you play Alien Isolation? That was.
I've played a bit of it, but it's like 10. It's like less than 10 quid on the PlayStation 4.
It's a bit long, if I'm honest, but it is. You'd like it because it's based on Alien. It's not Aliens.
No,
it's Alien, and it was
no.
incredible.
I will.
Mate.
It's
I
good.
Absolutely loved it.
That's what. The Alien. We're talking Alien today. We're watching Aliens.
Excellent.
What have you been watching?
Well, I watched Get Out. You said you were talking about it the other
So
week.
good.
I watched it. I thought it was a very good movie. I thought.
Where's the butt?
There's no but.
Okay.
Butts, no butts, no it's no butts, no coconut.
But make him stop.
Yeah.
Make him stop.
No, I thought I didn't. If I'm honest with you, I didn't think it was as clever as.
There was a butt. That's a butt.
In the sense,
It's
but
a tidy up butt.
in the sense of I figured certain things out before it happened. Like not in the sense of it's crap because I figured it out, but it was just the fact that you could see certain things coming. Like as soon as the hypnotism happened, you knew that was something to do with the people that were acting strange. Like straight away, you were like,
Oh yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, and stuff like that. And then I love the. I don't know why I love it. It just makes me laugh. I love the scene where the guy comes running at him.
That's going to be a famous scene in years to come because he runs right at.
Yeah, that was good.
People started doing that now. It's a trend on Twitter,
yeah.
YouTube now, and Vine. People spamming people doing that in the street.
Just running towards them. So I mean, it's not really a spoiler, but for people that haven't seen the movie, he basically he's outside smoking a fag, isn't he?
Yeah.
And he sees like the gardener guy that help around the estate, sort of just running towards him at full pelt, doesn't he? And then he gets really close, and then he just quickly
veers
does
off,
like a right turn, doesn't he?
So creepy. I can't spoil it. When he goes into her wardrobe, it's creepy, but it's also clever and it's funny. And the family, you think, black guy going to the deep. It looks not deep south, a waspy area in America. You think they're all going to be really racist. Actually, they're not. They've got white guilt, haven't they? They're massively clever.
Yeah. You did you notice that the black guy at the party is the guy from Atlanta?
Which chap from Atlanta?
He's I've forgotten his name. What's his mate's name? His cousin, the rapper. Paperboy, his mate, the one that's always with him.
The one who I think might be an apparition. I reckon season 2 he's going to be a figment of his imagination.
Do you reckon?
I reckon.
Oh, that's cool. But yeah, he's the guy who's at the party. He's like, oh, sorry. He's talking to him at the party. That's him, yeah.
I don't know his name.
He was a good actor. He's very different in this.
He went mental at an award show a few months ago when Atlanta didn't win an award. He did a Kanye West.
Oh, no.
But no, I think Get Out's a good movie.
We had airplanes and shit and all that. I don't know what it was. But so Get Out was good. I mean, I would recommend people watch it. It's very, very suspenseful. Horror, it's suspenseful thriller type thing, isn't it?
It's horror, it's comedy, it's satire, it's everything. It's going to be the best.
I thought the main character was good. I've never seen him.
It might be a breakthrough role, but it's going to be one of the best films of this year. And until Hannibal 2 comes out. The
only other movie I've watched recently is it's a random movie. It's a bit sort of niche, I suppose, but it's a movie called Bleed for This.
I want to watch it.
And it was starring Miles Teller and Aaron Eckhart. And I remembered
you struggled earlier with that one.
I was trying to remember who it was, but no, they it's basically, I know the story actually because I used to be I'm a boxing fan, but I used to be massively into boxing. And it's basically a movie about a boxer from the 90s called Vinny Pazienza. And basically what happened is he broke his neck in a car crash. And he was told, obviously, you're never going to box again. And he had the whole thing where they drill the big, almost scaffolding frame into
like Million Dollar Baby, yeah.
Yeah, and basically he said, you're never going to fight again or whatnot.
Scaffolding.
Yeah, it's like this big frame around his head. Boxing him in. And got a plasterer coming up and stuff. But yeah, he was told he would never box again, but he just refused to give up, and he basically ended up training in his basement, with this big frame on, and there's actually, if you go on YouTube, there's actually real footage of the real Vinny Panzer, and he's there doing, when they have the sort of the cables on, and they pull them, do you know what I mean, and all that sort of thing, and he's working his ass off, and he ended up, the movie plays it out to be a bigger fight than it really was, because it's a movie. But they did the same thing with Shit. What was the movie with Mark Wahlberg where he plays Mickey Ward? Mark Wahlberg.
The Fighter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where they did the same thing. Where at the end of the story, Mickey Ward, played by Mark Wahlberg, wins in the movie's description the world championship, but it's some mediocre belt that means fuck all in the real world. You know what I mean? That's what really happened. And this is the same. This is that he was fighting. Vinny Paglienza went on to fight Roberto Duran, who's like a famous boxer from the 80s.
Really?
Yeah, really like famous. But from the 80s. And this was like mid to late 90s. So he was over the hill, and it was for some sort of mediocre belt that didn't mean anything. But the movie played it up like, you'll fight Roberto.
The fighting scene's good.
Fighting scenes are fine. You know, they're not doing anything in particular that we've not seen before, but they're not bad. Do you know what I mean? They're not quite. I don't like criticising Rocky. Well, okay, I was going to say I don't like criticising Rocky movies, but Rocky 5 can fuck off. That movie should not. That movie should not exist. You like Rocky 5?
Of course I do.
You don't like Rocky 5. You're only saying that to wind me out.
I do. Okay.
Rocky 5 is awesome.
I like all of them.
It's not, Rocky 5's not awesome. I don't know why you said that.
You said it.
You just hypnotised me with your eyes.
My big eyes.
But Rocky 5's shit. What's good about Rocky 5?
Fight at the end's good. The dinner table
No,
scene.
it's not.
Tommy Gunn's good.
Tommy Gunn was not good.
He's
a real boxer, isn't it?
Yeah, he died. It's sad he died of
Yeah,
AIDS.
died of
isn't
HIV,
he?
yeah. Or AIDS, but you know, it started as HIV.
It's not good there.
But, you know, the one after that was better.
Damn right it was. Got some stuff in my locker. Hang on, locker? Is that a metaphor, Sly? It was a metaphor because he actually had a look.
I watched that in the cinema and took Amy to watch it with us, and when it was amazing because when I never experienced this. I know this is the sort of thing that kind of happens in America quite a lot, but everyone was like cheering in the cinema. It was just like as soon like something happened and someone would just shout, "Go on, Rocco!" and then everybody in the cinema would go, "Yeah!" It was mental.
What cinema you at? Or do you win
Bristol. Oh no, honestly, it was such. It made the movie better. It was almost like this weird collective experience.
I don't like immersive stuff. I don't like collective experiences.
Wow, this is a collective experience.
This is a project.
Okay. So yeah, I watched that. It was a good movie. It was fine. It told an interesting story. I don't know whether it would be that interesting to someone as yourself who doesn't know the real story. I already knew about the real story.
I'm keen to watch it. It's character. I like character studies.
I like Miles Teller. I think he's a very, very good actor.
Whiplash
Was fucking brilliant.
I haven't seen Fantastic Four. Probably never will.
No, I never will either.
It's died, isn't it?
There's nothing fantastic about that movie, mate. So I've heard. So
nice.
yeah. So apart from that, I've not really watched many movies. I'm not saying this to drop stuff in, but with the YouTube channel, like weddings coming up.
What else is there?
All kinds of. There's nothing else.
Jason's got a new writing gig, and I forgot to tee him up at the start. I was going to tee you up at the
No,
start.
it's fine.
Who do you write for now?
I don't write for anyone. No, I write. I've been offered a trial to write for Screen
Oh,
Rant.
try. You're in.
Screenrant.com. I'm going. Look, at the end of the day, let's use this time to say, I've always wanted to have a go at writing, and I've never done it. Sean here has had a go at it over the years. He's been quite successful at it, haven't you? And that's kind of what brought us back together, wasn't it? I got in touch with Sean via Facebook.
I'm like the over the hill guy from the. I am the guy.
I
am the guy that was big in the 80s, and now I'm over the hill.
When you were writing, that was The Hustler, and now this is The Colour of Money. I'm Tom Cruise, and you're Paul Newman.
Oh man, but Paul Newman was better in The Hustler.
Exactly,
Hey,
that was your time.
He got the Oscar for Kind of Money, didn't he?
Yeah, was that the career Oscar though?
That was Backpack Oscar.
Yeah, but yeah. So basically, at the end of the day, I decided to have a go at it. I decided to get in touch with Sean. Me and Sean, just for those who don't know, we went to school together and we went to college together. And you know, we sort of spoke on and off over the years on Facebook and stuff, but we hadn't really seen
We
each
never
other.
had mobile numbers or anything, did we?
No, exactly. And I just decided to hit you up because I seen you were writing for whatculture.com and just took for some advice.
Yeah.
And it turned into a magical journey, which is not ended. It's
not ended.
We ended up. We just said, what was it? We discussed that
We were going to write a novel.
We were going to write a book together. We said, oh, we'll write a book together.
That book is still not
We've
written.
not written anything. And then we managed.
Your ideas were good.
Yeah, yours were as well. That one about the guy who was watching. We progressed it about the guy who was watching Crime Watch.
Oh yeah, my bounty hunter thing.
That was good. We'll leave it there because people steal our ideas. But
yeah, you will.
we're going to write a book one day as well. So
We We've
Or
got,
script.
we've got Miles Teller. Yeah, what script?
Maybe
We've gone
script.
from Miles Teller to Jesus this.
I know.
But yeah.
So basically, because of all this stuff, I don't really get a lot of time to like, this is the hard thing, is that it's eating into the time that I used to use to play computer games and watch movies.
I'm writing more about video games for What Culture now, whatculture.com, because it's easier.
Yeah. I've actually got, this is the funny thing, my sort of things I write about are movies and video games, but my first article, which is going to be coming out on Screen Rant, is about comic books. Randomly picked.
You make work of yourself.
I do, and I've got
get a female Bond one done.
I've got potentially a video game coming out, a video game article coming out after that as well. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah,
we will start vlogging our stuff on it, because why not? It's our video.
Deal with it.
At some point we'll let you know where to find our stuff, but at this point, so I haven't really been watching many other movies, but I have been watching television. I don't want to run too much further, because we are overrunning by quite a bit, but two things I want to talk about. Number one, first of all, Witcher TV series.
All over it, the content is.
The Witcher TV series, I've been telling people for ages that didn't really know about Witcher, so people that don't play video games, say, or read the Witcher books, that, we touched on it before, didn't we, about how it's a very similar vibe, the games, to the sort of world that's built in Game of Thrones. And for me, I always sort of said to people, it was the perfect successor to Game of Thrones. When Game of Thrones finishes, The Witcher would be the perfect.
There'd be more comedy in there. Geralt can be dry and funny, but
however, Game of Thrones has got like 5 spin-offs coming out now,
so I would watch them.
There isn't really a void anymore. But still, what's one more happy about than anything? Well, maybe not the fact that it's coming out, but I'm happy that it's Netflix, because Netflix do fucking brilliantly with their original shows.
I'm so excited about it. It's going to do so well.
I can't wait.
There's no time frame, is there, for it?
No, I don't think so. But I think it's just the early days at the moment. They've basically signed the deal, haven't they?
It isn't going to go anywhere.
The ink's not dry yet on the contract. But what's interesting is they are emulating Game of Thrones in the sense that they're actually. I'm not going to try and announce his name. It's like on what's the writer's name of the book? Andre.
Well, if you can't pronounce it, how am I going to pronounce it?
Yeah, but you're just a bit more learned than me, aren't you?
I don't know that.
But the author of the books is actually involved with going to be involved with the show. He's going to be like a consultant, like we were talking earlier, weren't we, about Romero? Is it Romero? I forgot the name wrong. No, George R.R. Martin. Why is it Romero? He used to go to make some zombie movies.
Yeah, he's decent.
Sorry, no, George R.R. Martin, R.R. Martin, or whatever it is. But he's obviously we were talking. He's given up on the books now, hasn't he?
This is what I say. He's just thought, my vision's going to continue in visual form. Like, he's given up on the books, and he's sold himself short, really, because I love the books. I was a fan of the books for the TV show, and now book fans like me are thinking, well, when's that coming out, and how much of a TV show I've already seen is going to be in there.
Well, the worst part, I think, is like, you're lucky in the sense that you've watched the show, whereas there are some people out there that are going, the hipster book people that go, I'm not watching a TV show because the book's better. I'm a bit like that. They're now going to have to watch all the shows to get to that point. They're not going to want to just watch the next couple of episodes because it won't quite marry up with what they know, will it? So they're going to have to watch it.
But I'll watch the.
The bad thing, it's a good show.
I'll finish off Game of Thrones because it's decent, but I've never seen anything like it in history where the books have.
They basically changed the medium. I think George has got to the point where
he's in terrible shape as well.
He's not going to last either, is he? Well, I think we've come to the end of the show, haven't we?
We've talked everything.
I think we've talked too much. We've gone way over.
I could hear us talk all day.
I'm not including this. George just wants to talk to himself. That'll be the next video.
That'd be the shittest vlog ever.
Sean versus Sean.
Oh,
it'd be like when Leonard Nimoy did that thing with Spock. Do you remember? And he sat there having a conversation with himself as Spock.
I'm going to YouTube that later, though.
Shocking.
There'll be some dark truths that will come out.
Well, let's wrap it up there.
Wrap it up.
Sean, you've got writing on What Culture. I've potentially got writing on Screen Rant.
No, I'm writing on Screen Rant.
It will be on there at some point, and we have lots more videos come out. Please, 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 if you've made it this far in the video, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. I imagine if you've watched this, you probably have hit the subscribe button already.
Fair play watching
but
this.
Let's get subscribing because we need to know that people out there are enjoying the work.
I agree. I concur, as you would say.
Yeah, excellent. Well, on that note, Sean,
Thanks for watching.
out.